everyone, my name is V. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here because I want to share it with you guys some of the books or the books that I want to read this month in August. And I know I'm a little bit behind, maybe 3 days or 4 days. It depends how or when I'm gonna upload this video. And these books are the books that, or the oldest books that hanging out on my shelf for a long time that I am planning on reading this month because I've seen Serena's video at A Yandering Mind. Please visit her channel because she has a very good content, and also she is a wonderful and amazing lady, and I will link her channel in my description down below. That last month on her TBR, she read some of her oldest book on her shelf. So I love that idea, and I have some old ones on my shelf as well. So yeah, that's cool. So the first book that I want to share it with you guys that hanging on my shelf for a long time, I believe it's been 4 years, is Tuesday with Maury by Mitch Albom, and this is the story of Maury. Maury is an extremely lovable college professor who's in his 60s and find out that he is dying, and Maury's former students who's happened to bump up into him during his final days. Sounds sad and heartwarming, and yeah, and very interesting to me to find out what happened to Maury. And yeah, and the next book that I want to read in this month is very popular in BookTube, and this is also a trilogy, and I have the first book, and then that book is Legend by Mary Lou. I know this is very popular in BookTube, I believe 4 years ago or maybe more than. And this is the story, or it's set in a future for 45 Los Angeles, a flooded Los Angeles, and I believe it's a dual point of view. June and Day. June is a girl, 15 years old or 16 years old, I could be wrong, and she is a well-trained soldier, and she's also a very smart and a pretty well-off girl, which she living with her brother. And the other character is Day, who is a poor, he's a guy, a poor guy, and then she's also the most wanted criminal in the Republic, so which very opposite from Day. So sounds interesting, and this is a dystopian young adult novel. So I like it, so I will continue the two books because this is a trilogy as what I've said. And the next book that I want to show it to you guys is a popular also in BookTube, I believe 2012 or 2013, and I had completely forgotten about it. And this book is Me Before You by Juju Moyes, and this book has an adaptation, but I haven't seen it yet, and also The Legend, I believe. And this book is a romance novel. It's also a young adult. The audience is intended to young adult. And after losing her job, Louisa Clark is a desperate for employment because she is her family's sole source of income. She take a job that completely out of her comfort zone as a caretaker for a quadriplegic man, and it end up being much more than she bargained for. So yeah, that's all I know about this one. And after reading this book, I think I want to watch the adaptation. And the next book that I want to read is a classic, and it's also hanging out on my shelf for a long time. And the one person who recommended this to me before, I think 3 years ago or 4 years ago, when I was working at the hotel. One time, I'm waiting for my friend, a co-worker, a dear friend of mine until now. She's so sweet. and one guy who approached me, and he's also a bookworm, so we talk about books. And I believe I was reading a classic, and this book is Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett. And this is a play, a very short one, and we follows the two characters, Vladimir and Estragon, and they are waiting for Godot. That's the only details that I know. I don't know if a lot of here in booktube read these books. If ever you know about this book, or you have read this book, please let me know, because in my edition it's 60 pages, so maybe one or two sittings I can finish this one. And the next book that I want to show it to you guys is also a classic, or a modern classic. I could be wrong. And this is The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. This is my first Ernest Hemingway. And we follow a 70 years old man named Santiago. And he is a fisherman, and he is also a poor, and living in a Cuba in the 50s. And I believe he has this apprentice at who become his friend, a very young boy. And Ernest Hemingway, one of a very special in my life, a person, a very special in my life. He really loved Ernest Hemingway because he has a collection of his writing. And before, he suggested this to me or recommended this to me, and I don't know why I don't reach for Ernest Hemingway. So I think this is the time, and if you're watching, finally, Ernest Hemingway. And it sounds also interesting, and I know Ernest Hemingway, it's very, very excellent writer. So I have also a book coming this week, which is The Midnight Sun. So maybe another additional for this month. And these are the books that I want to read, or the books that I'm planning on reading this month, and including The Midnight Sun because it's coming this week. And yeah, thank you so much guys for hanging out with me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in my next video again. Have a great day, or have a wonderful night whenever you are in the world, and see you. Bye.